Dimitri Bivol.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice punch. This is a high-octane battle. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. No rest for the weary. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You'll win this round. Get your mind. Great round. Now relax. Stay focused.
Here we go. It's round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get... Ooh, what a shot! Dimitri Bivol in some serious trouble here. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Rock caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
That counter shot lands. A perfect counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Miss with that jab. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Card, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think, right, concentrate.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Off-the-charts action from both of these fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fight.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And down goes Jones Jr. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four. Come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Hey, those punches add up. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. Back into the fray here in round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. That counter punch caught him clean. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. About Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it? He threw a punch and just got countered. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Counter punch right up the middle. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy he's got to do? There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And he scores with the counter. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
Where did that come from? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will you continue?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Back and forth they go. We enter the final 10 seconds here and a pretty hold that thought. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Let's talk about Roy Jones in their last round. It's not round 8, and we're off again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab misses. They exchange punches. The final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Feel good? Good work out there.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. Don't worry.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Forget about the round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Let's go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good. You've been coasting for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a
You out. Great work.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's a counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters... I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out of there.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
fight, I'm about to grill them like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight, I'm about to. Always tryna fight, I'm about to grill them like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise.